Okay, hello, I'm Natasha Peterson. I'm here to demonstrate on how to make homemade macaroni and cheese from scratch. First, you will need the ingredients. You will need a pound of macaroni shells. Then you will need at least 2 to 3 bricks of cheese, preferably sharp cheddar cheese and Colby cheese. Also, you will need about a cup and a half of milk, a stick of butter, and 1 jalapeno pepper. What I like to do, I like to start with first by boiling the water. I boil the water into a large pot of some sort, and I add in just a little bit of salt into my water while it's boiling. And then after that, I go ahead and I like to go ahead and cut my cheese. I cut my cheese up into cubes, and then I place those to the side, and then I go ahead and I take my 3 eggs. You also need 3 eggs. I don't know if I mentioned it in the ingredients, but you need 3 eggs. You will lightly beat the eggs, and then you will also add um, you will also add a tablespoon and a half of seasoned salt. And after the table and a half of seasoned salt, you will take a dash of cinnamon, no more after that dash of cinnamon, into the eggs that were just lightly beaten. After that, I go ahead and I grab a mixing bowl, and I I I, I drain my macaroni shells. And after I drain my macaroni shells, I like to go ahead and mix the cheese and my macaroni shells and my milk and my eggs all together. And then after that, I take my pan, which I'm going to cook my macaroni and cheese in, and I go ahead and I take the stick of butter and I cut it up into square pieces, and I put those on the bottom first, and then I add in my macaroni shells and my cheese and my cup of milk that I have, and I go ahead and I spread those out into the pan. Now here's the trick. Don't forget the jalapeno pepper. I like to take the jalapeno pepper and cut it up in little small little dices so no one really says, "Oh my God, this is so hot." Um, and I spread that throughout my pan, and then I turn my oven on to at least about 365, 370, all depends on your stove. And after that, I cover my macaroni and cheese, and I place it into the oven. Some people like to use breadcrumbs on top. It's your choice, however you like to do it. Before I really put it into the oven, I like to add in just a little bit of extra milk and about a cup of water, so my cheese don't melt to my pan. And I place it in the oven for at least about 45, maybe an hour, about an hour and 10 minutes the most. Really keep an eye on it because it will burn. I say within before 10 minutes of the hour, um, I remove my lid so I have that nice crunchy cheesy macaroni and cheese flavor, you know, just to keep the cheese a little brown on top. And then you have the best tasting macaroni and cheese you've ever had in your life. And my kids, they love it. My mother, she always asks me, can I make it for her? So enjoy your macaroni and cheese and have a good night.